Good afternoon and welcome back to another vlog. Today we have some work to get done. Well, actually it's literally about half 4 today. So I was doing work. I was like doing other things today. Yeah, we are going to be getting this done. So I just want to show you exactly. So I have to make something. How do I? Ah, So I need to make, I don't even know how to show this. Yeah, like that. So I have to make something similar. It's a skirt that's supposed to be a leaf skirt. I think I'll put up like an inspiration of what it's supposed to look like, but I will give you guys like a whole story, like a whole backstory with that because honestly, it was ridiculousness. But they wanted a leaf skirt, okay? Not one, not two, not three, but seven leaf skirts. And we eventually boiled it down to, okay, we can't do like a full leaf because we don't have time to do that, but we can do like, 3 or 4 leaves in the front. So I was able to do 4 leaves in the front. I'm going to show you what I did. This here is the size of the leaf, like it's the size of the leaf that I eventually drew out. It's like 25 inches in length because the length of these skirts are actually like they're like 22. And literally this is the leaf here. Don't know if you can see that, but yeah, that's 2 here. So originally I wanted to just like stitch them together on the right sides touching and then flip it over so it will have like a more full hold or whatever. That did not work out, so eventually I decided to just run a zigzag stitch at the end of each one to like what's that word, to just like finish off the edges, right, like an edge finishing. And I find that it fell really beautifully in the fact that it gave like a waviness, so it looks like a leaf to a certain extent. I think there's still a lot of work to be done on this, but look at that. It's satin, I believe it is. But yeah, I it even sounds like rustling leaves, no lie. So added a drawstring because I got the measurements. I didn't take the measurements and I'm not very confident with the person who took the measurements. So I told him, I said, okay, I'm gonna put a drawstring in because this is not gonna work without a drawstring. What if it doesn't fit the girls in them? So I put a drawstring to adjust to the waist accordingly, and I just think it's pretty cute. I sent this first one that was done to the person who requested this, and they love it. They said thanks, they love it. So hey, we're gonna make 6 more of these, and then we're gonna expire because this isn't very stressful, but initially, oh my god, I swear to god, I am just so over like rush bulk order. But yeah, so I'm gonna be making a few more of these. The day is pretty much done because it's half 4. It's almost half 4, I believe it is. Gotta watch right here. Oh damn, it's half 4. So we are just going to finish off the day. I like to finish at 5, but because I'm doing bulk order and I'm doing rush for this Wednesday, I am going to be doing until 9 tonight. But basically I'm going to be cutting out more of these. I'm going to be stitching, doing the edge stitching because the edge stitching takes a little while. And then once I have like enough, I may start stitching. So if I can stitch 2 more today, that'd be great, and I just have like 4 to do tomorrow. Or if it is, I just leave off for tomorrow, maybe, I don't know. But I do have other things to do. So yeah, let's get to it.
in my veins, I've been driving this train. Years in this lane, there's no stopping this flame. Cause I came to the game and I changed it to play how I like, rearranged it to my own domain. Yeah, I got what it takes, made lots of mistakes, taking shots, skipping breaks, feeling lost, feeling great, popping off, singing straight, never stopped, never changed. All the squad here to play, and I've got something to say, yeah. I work hard each and every day, I get lost in the words I say. I don't push pause, no I push play. I won't stop till I make a change. I withdraw on the things I make. I turn flaws into flawless traits. I build tall, never capped in space. I won't stop till I hear him say, and I'm up again. I got tired eyes, need a cup of blend. That's right, in the AM, that's my only friend. No light, just the sun coming up on the horizon. I lose track of time, yeah, I move fast and climb a new class divine, yeah, true passion shines. And I'm through passing time, I choose stacking dimes. You snooze half the time while I move passing by. I work hard each and every day, I get lost in the words I say. I don't push pause, no I push play. I won't stop till I make a change. I withdraw on the things I make. I turn flaws into flawless traits. I build tall, never capped in space. I won't stop till I hear him say,
So I do want to talk about how I ended up doing 7 skirts on in batch content in 5 days because this was a crazy thing. I do want to preface this first by saying, oh my god, why is it that my slow seasons are so slow to the point where I don't get much work for a month or two, and then when I do get work, everything wants to come at the same time, like everything in 1 week and everything is due in 5 days. What the hell is that about? Honestly, that was just not working out for me, really. But yeah, this is what happened. This was the weekend that we had a few holidays, and I was going really good. I was happy in life because I was like, oh my god, I'm free. And then I wasn't. So I got the call of getting this done. One of the persons that called me, they sent me pictures. It was like, oh, can you do this? And I said, yeah, that looks doable. We're gonna have to learn. How much time do you have? Oh, we need it in 5 days. What? You say what? My turnover is 2 weeks, honey. What do you mean you need something in 5 days? Anything that is less than 2 weeks is considered a rush in my company. And so, which means that you're gonna have to pay a rush fee because now I'm putting aside all other work to get your work done and out in time for you. Let me tell you, this was not easy because I had messaged this person back and said, okay, this is the details, this is what is happening. Let me know what you need. This person like took 24 hours to message me back and tell me, oh, so and so is the case. I felt like I was communicating with someone who had absolutely no understanding of someone else's time and just didn't really care because it took 24 hours. Every 24 hours, we were having a conversation. So I think it was a Tuesday that they had messaged me, and I had agreed that, hey, you need to come in on the Thursday. I said, come in on a Wednesday. They were like, oh, they can't make it on a Wednesday. I said, okay, come in on a Thursday to get, the measurements and everything that needs to be done. Like, we need to have a conversation as to what you need. No one came on a Thursday. They called me way after my appointment time to let me know that they won't be coming and that they wanted if they can come the next day. I said, if you come the next day, it's going to be the last day that you have available in order to get anything done. So that was crazy. And I just, was like, whatever. Friday rolls around, guys, and the appointment was 12 p.m. And I bet you, guys, I kid you not, they did not show up. And but an hour later, someone else messaged me in connection with this person and told me that they had bought the fabric. So this person had contacted me before and asked how much fabric to get. I didn't know. I had no idea what the measurements were. I was explaining this to them, and I was like, I have no idea what the measurements are. I can't just tell you how much fabric to get based on, just willy nilly. They didn't care. The an hour later on Friday, someone else calls me and lets me know that they had bought fabric. I think they bought like 21 yards of green fabric, this green satin, which honestly is not the nicest color, in my opinion. Like, I do not like this. This is just reminding me of plain army moss green crap. Anyways, so Friday rolls around, they had bought fabric. I was like, what? Like, who are you and what are you speaking about? They're like, oh, we bought 21 yards of fabric. 21 yards of fabric at 60 inches to make 7 skirts, guys. It's crazy. And then the person sent me the measurements that they had taken of the different girls that were going to wear the skirts. I don't even know if those measurements were correct. I had to figure out how I was going to make these to actually fit that body type. It was wild. They showed up to my place, dropped off the fabric. I said, okay, where's the rest of stuff? We may need drawstrings. We hadn't discussed anything about how we were going to execute this batch work. And the person who dropped the fabric didn't even know anything. They were like, "Oh, didn't this person speak to you?" I was like, "No, we had absolutely no conversation. We have never met, nothing like that." And so we had like a brief convo on the phone and to like finalize some stuff. And because I realized like this person did not care about what it is was being done, they just wanted to get work done. They didn't even want to have a meet or anything. I charged them. I charged them good and proper because not only are you going to be wasting my time, you're probably going to make me change the design more than once in 5 days. You were getting rush fee because you didn't even come. You didn't come to do a consultation or anything, and you had time to do so. So we ended up taking the fabric. I got extra cash to actually go and get the additional things. I wanted to buy drawstrings because I was not about to make skirts without knowing the actual right measurements. And then you're wearing these skirts on this event, and the skirts are falling off. Like, you are not making my business sound like that.
Okay, so we're back. This is the next day. I don't know if I mentioned this in the vlog already, but this is another day. This is day 2 of me making the leaf skirts in a bulk order. So I did over the skirts because I didn't like how they were looking initially, and I didn't even know we have enough fabric. Like, they bought, I think it was like 21 yards or something like that of fabric. So we had enough fabric to do this, and I think we could still like add more leaves if we want, but I'm not gonna be doing that. So anyways, this is basically, I don't even think the camera is gonna pick that up properly, but I got completed with a few. I have 2 more to do, and then we will be okay. So we are going to be serging the edges of these leaves, and then I'm going to be attaching them onto the skirt, making the skirt, and looking to see what's the other, what do you call that, the other step in this. I want to finish by 4 and it's half 2, so hopefully by 4 o'clock I can finish, and then I could continue the other project that I'm currently working on that's also due for tomorrow. So yeah, let's go.
So I ended up just getting extra cash to make these like the drawstrings and stuff, whatever additional things I needed. And I took it and I went along. I came inside the studio and I just sat there for a while, figuring out how was I gonna make these things? How was I gonna make it just like in the picture? And I did a sample, as you can see here. I'm doing a sample to see how it looked. Honestly, it was beyond what I thought, honestly, because it fell, pretty well. I didn't expect like, the leaves and things to actually be so leafy and stuff. I wanted to I tried doing 2 leaves together and then turning it inside out. That didn't work out. It didn't look right at all. So we just ended up doing the single leaf instead and letting that fall. I was wondering if I needed to like run stitches in between each leaf and do it like, those spines in the leaf. Um, yeah, but we didn't know. We didn't know what we were doing. We were literally going on women fancy, honestly. So it was a little bit annoying to deal with, but I had done this sample that I'm currently making here. I had sent the sample over to the client and she was like, "Yeah, that looks good." I was like, "What?" In my opinion, it did not look good. I did not like it, and I didn't like the fact that I was being rushed to do this. Yes, I know I took the job, and honestly, I needed to pay rent, so I took the job. I knew that it was doable. It's just that I didn't feel comfortable leaving, allowing skirts like these to leave my studio, and my name is connected to it. I do not want anyone to think that Jewellz Closet was, some a place or a studio where we just do anything haphazardly. So I passed it by one of my friends, and he also made a suggestion that, hey, this is your name and you need to be proud of whatever leaves your studio. So we went back to the drawing board and we did it over again. This time just simply using a pattern like a circle skirt, doing like a circle skirt, and then adding in the drawstring. So the original pictures I had sent, that person just, was like, okay, whatever, whatever. It seemed to be like a rush job, like it was like a afterthought, like, hey, we have this event, and like it was just like this total afterthought that, oh my god, they need to wear clothing for the event, and okay, let's just scroll seamstresses in this area, and my name popped up, and that was that. Let's just call, send, great, bye, awesome. I honestly, I'm grateful that I got the opportunity to do this. I'm grateful that I had the opportunity to even experience this because, it helps you to put things in perspective. It helps you to understand better and everything. But at the same time, it helped me to see people don't care. Some people just don't care. And you have to care a lot about what you do in order to, yeah, I guess, move on in life. I really didn't want anything leaving the studio that didn't look right. So that was the story there, basically, of how I ended up with this. I was so frustrated too because I had 5 days to do this. I had other work that I was doing as well too, and I just didn't understand why everyone was coming at the same time. Why is it that I wanted to go and spend some time with my mom, so it was like a long weekend. I had like 5 days. I couldn't even do that. Paying rent, honestly, is very important. You need a roof over your head. But spending time with my family is also really important as well too. And I just wanted to do that. I just wanted to have a break from sewing for that weekend, and that didn't happen. I gotta pay rent. But I didn't get to spend time with my family, and I honestly after that I took about 7 days off because sitting on behind a machine for about 4 to 5 days straight, just sewing, seeing the same color, as well as additional things that I needed to do, was so tiring and frustrating. It's like I didn't want to see the machine after that, honestly. And so we took a break from sewing for about 7 days. I closed the studio door and I said, none of that today, none of that. So that was it. That was just really crazy. And I remember when I charged her for my rush services, and she was like, okay. And I was so shocked because that also taught me that, oh my God, your prices are too low, beef them up, you know? I was so shocked when she said, "Yeah, no problem. I'll pay that." And I got my down payment and then they paid the rest on collection and like no questions asked, no answers given. I was I was so blown away by that. I couldn't believe it. And so that happened. That really happened and I was like, okay, cool schools. We are probably really charging really too low for doing, first of all, custom made pieces because this is a custom garment, even though it's in bulk. The measurements are there, so it comes with measurements. So it is a custom made piece, and then to do seven in custom made, I probably still didn't get paid enough for what the work I did, but just just having validation that, hey, your work is, payable. And when I dropped off the work, I literally had to show the woman who came to pick it up. I had to show her what I did, like, explain a little bit on what I did, and she really did in business. She was like, okay, cool, whatever. Thank you very much, and she left. So this whole job was like nobody cared about what it is was being made. And I did not get to see any pictures of it after. She said they're literally wearing it for 2 hours. And I was like, wow. I didn't see any pictures of what of it being worn, so I have no pictures to show you guys. So at the time of this recording, I did a Google search to see if it is I could have found the skirts, and here they are. So these are the skirts that I made. Honestly, wow, I didn't even know I could do a Google search and find them. So there you go. I This was an experience that I think was it seemed like easy money. Um and because of person's lack of interest, and I don't know, just it seemed like lack of interest. So because of your lack of interest, it seemed really easy to just like, make this money. But it was a learning experience, and I don't think I want to have to deal with that anymore. I really don't like doing rush projects. It burns me out, mentally and physically. But at the same time, I was just so surprised, honestly.